That's what like a 16-year-old says to you. It's a compliment. It's great. What was I saying?
He's your date for tonight?
Yes, I dragged him out. I texted him and I said you have to come, so he did.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome to this episode of Sam Speaks. In today's video, we're going to be discussing and reacting to the predators that society has apparently accepted as alright by 4D shams. Let's get into it.
This club is where we going, bro. This guy crazy. Yeah.
What you just saw is a bunch of groupies following LeBron trying to get him to slip up. And luckily, he's not new to this. He's true to this. You feel me? He's an OG. He's a vet. He went down the escalator that was going up. Hey, G move. But I want you to imagine this. Imagine you're a 20-year-old NBA rookie. You just got drafted. You got millions in the bank account. You're playing in the league with some of the guys you looked up to growing up. Life is golden. But what you don't realize is that...
And guys, remember that a predator is not just somebody who goes out after underage children. It could also be somebody who uses like the weaknesses they see in you to manipulate you to get what they want out of you. So that's mostly what this video is going to be about, and the kind of predators this video is going to be about.
Everyone is eyeing your success and your wallet. And no, I'm not talking about your agent or those newfound family members that just started coming around in the last couple of months. I'm talking about the gold diggers. You see, when most people think about predators, they think about these older men who are sometimes wealthy, you know, they tend to be creepy, going after these younger women. But what we're here to talk about today is a predator that most people don't see coming. The older female predators who prey on young, successful men. And look, before I get started with this video, I have nothing against...
Yeah, because the reason they do it to the young successful men is because the young successful men are just up and coming, and they just received all that wealth and all that fame, and they've never had such attention from women before. So in the beginning, they will be easily manipulated by any beautiful woman that just comes out about and offers herself to him. But at the end of the day, she's not just doing that for no reason. As this video has already stated, she's a predator. She's here to prey and here to eat. She's going to get something out of it at the end of the day, and that's her whole motive. So you guys got to be careful, especially these like young up-and-coming athletes and actors and musicians. They really be getting to them, man. Let me guys know in the comments that if you were to ever get like fame and wealth all of a sudden, if you let like all the attention you get from like women or men, depending on whether you're a male or female, get to you. And if in the beginning you easily let people come into your circle and, you know, get into your life and do what they want to do.
Legal age gap relationships. If you guys are both consenting adults, you can love whoever you want. But today we're here to expose these older women who've taken advantage of these young successful men and use them for their money. Meet 39-year-old Drea Michelle. This dude you see right here is her 22-year-old son, Nico. And you see what they're doing in this clip is sitting courtside in Drea Michelle's 22-year-old NBA boyfriend Jaylen Green's game. I ain't gonna lie, I couldn't imagine someone who's not only the same age group as me, but the same exact age as me being in a father figure role in my life. That's just insane, I ain't gonna lie. But that's a topic for another video. You see, my issue with these couples that have these huge age gaps is you question whether or not the love is genuine. Because I'm a strong believer that to even get to the point where you love someone, you gotta have that initial interest. And no, I'm not talking about interest on a physical level, because you see people who you find attractive every single day. I'm talking...
And I want to touch on it before he gets his definition on what the kind of interest he's talking about. Because I think the interest he's talking about is interest when it comes to like different age groups and the things they usually are into. Because like what 14-year-olds are into, nah, that's not going to be a good example. What the hell am I about to say? What like 20-year-olds are into these days will not be the same as what like 40-year-olds are into. So like them getting together like raises a question about whether the love is actually true or not. Because if you really think deep about it, they most likely don't have the same interest. And when you want to get with someone, I know the saying opposites attract and stuff like that, but that stuff is mostly false. It's usually people who are alike that attract each other in terms of like personality and stuff like that. So
about genuinely having things in common. For example, hobbies, activities, aspirations. What could this young man in his early 20s have in common with his significantly older mother? Especially when it's a mother that has a son the same age as him. I mean, just look at this insane story post she made. I don't want to figure it out on my own. I want to call my man. Y'all is crazy. Excuse me one sec. Call Jaylen. Brief intermission. I'm trying to get to 100K subs, so I'd appreciate it if you like, comment, subscribe on this channel and on my reaction channel, 4D Shams Live. Also, join my Discord and follow me on.
you guys could go show some love to him after this video, but make sure to do the same for your boy here as well, bro. I would really appreciate it.
Instagram. Love y'all. You're the seasoned adult here. You're 39 years old. He should be calling you. I'm genuinely wondering how she didn't cringe enough to just not write that statement. How does she shift her brain so she doesn't feel like she's addressing her son when she's talking to him? And it's just hard to imagine that a dude in his late teens, early 20s has that much in common with an older lady. And that's the thing that makes me question, okay, is this an organic relationship or is there some sort of ulterior motive behind it? Because there are legit women out there who have made it their profession to finesse, swindle these men out of their money. And look, again, I'm not trying to be the relationship police. I have nothing against age gap relationships. But the consequences when these relationships go wrong are huge on the young man. Because there's always the possibility that you might have a child with the lady, and now you have to deal with child support, which can cost like 6 figures a month if you have that type of money. Or let's say, for example, this athlete happens to marry the lady and he doesn't sign a prenup, which that isn't even crazy to think because a lot of these young guys are...
And sometimes that's the goal with these ladies, to get these men to get married to them without signing no prenups and end up divorcing the guys after a while and leaving with a lot of their assets and possessions. And that's just sad. That's the reality of things, to be honest. Sometimes these men really gotta open their eyes. These athletes, these young up and comers, you gotta open your eyes when you receive all that fame and wealth. You gotta be wise out here.
Over heels over these ladies because they're so good at manipulating these men. So now imagine this young dude marries this older lady, and down the line he sees all the red flags that he didn't see before as he grows and matures, and now they get a divorce. Now she's walking off with millions of his money. There's literally a study that shows that professional athletes lose 60% of their earnings within 5 years of retirement. And these bad relationships play a huge role in that. And look, I will say that she's completely changed her life around now, but one of the people who was known for this type of behavior was Brittany Renner. I mean, she was so known for it in the past that Deion Sanders had her come and talk to his football players.
My name is Brittany Renner, aka Bundle of Brittany on Instagram. I have been on social media from...
Joe game took notes all year, but now you want to And that's how the game starts, with the phone.
Right.
They going on Instagram and they see you. Take us on the journey of how this is played out.
I mean, honey, like, I feel like my DMs, it's like a Nike store. There's nothing but checks. So it's just, for me, I feel like
Hold on. They missed that game.
I'm talking heavy hitters. Some of y'all's favorite rappers, NBA players, football players. It's like, to me, once you reach that level just of popularity, the world is your oyster. You can do whatever you want. If you play a sport, it's kind of like, well, that's an incentive to talk to you. A lot of times, women, men in general, everybody wants something.
Thank you.
Everybody wants something. So it's like, even if we both have our own thing going on, me still being with you is a good look because you boost my stock. To be able to decipher who really loves you for you, I think that's like the billion-dollar question we're all wanting to know.
And you see, the crazy thing about these type of situations is that there's a huge double standard. For example, just a couple days ago, a 22-year-old man was ambushed and beaten for linking up with an 18-year-old girl.
Police here telling me that a group of students used the Tinder dating app to lure a man to campus so he could meet up with a teenage girl.
Okay, I don't even think you can be on Tinder if you're not 18, so technically he didn't do anything to break the law, even though that age gap is a little weird.
And once he showed up, he was allegedly beaten up by this group of students, even though police say he did nothing wrong.
And this is a huge side note.
He did in fact do nothing wrong. Even if the age gap is 4 years, they're still both consenting adults at the end of the day, so it makes no sense for those guys to ambush him. They just probably wanted to get some kind of clout out of this whole situation. Kids these days just be doing anything for some internet fame. It's wild out here, guys. Be careful.
I'm by no means trying to support predators, but for people who try to catch predators, please don't try to do some vigilante work where you're doing all the investigation by yourself and whatnot. Do it the legal way. Because when you get to the point where you actually want to put the guy in jail, the police might not be able to put him in jail because of the way you obtained the evidence. All that's going to do is put the predator on alert, and now he's going to be moving even sneakier and he's going to be harder to catch. But back to the conversation of double standards. See, I know someone's gonna come in my comments and say that men do the same thing all the time. They're just not necessarily after the money. And look, I totally agree. But see, the difference is when the man is the older partner in an age gap relationship, the man is usually more successful and has a lot more clout. For example, Jeff Bezos and his ex-wife. After they divorced, she became a billionaire. And there's numerous occasions of stuff like this happening where a woman marries a wealthy man and then after they divorce, she runs off with his wealth. Which, again, I'm not trying to justify anything here, but I'm just saying is usually worse for the dudes. I think that might be the reason why Leonardo DiCaprio hasn't gotten married to this point. Dude just keeps dating models that are 25 years old and younger and lives his life. And I also gotta talk about how different men and women are treated in these type of situations. A perfect example is Zoe Kravitz. After the situation went down with Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, she made a couple of posts online that threw shade at the Smith family. So basically, people started digging up old comments that Zoe Kravitz had made about Jaden Smith.
We'll be really passionate. Jaden! Sorry.
Great! Perfect!
You made
I've
it.
been looking for you for the past
I
forever.
dragged him out tonight.
Oh my gosh.
Literally dragged you? My date.
Oh my gosh, I've been looking for you for 45 minutes
Don't leave.
casually.
I want to take this. Don't
Okay,
leave.
yes,
Don't leave.
I'm-
Hang on. Tell him how amazing she looks. Tell me how.
You look like something that you would find in like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Like,
That's
wow.
why I keep him around. Don't leave. Sorry, that's like my love of my life.
What did he say you look like?
Willy Wonka is something Willy Wonka should have done. That's what like a 16-year-old says to you as a compliment. It's great. What was I saying? I don't
He's your date for tonight.
Yes, I dragged him out. I texted him and I said you have to come, so he did. I love him.
And see, I think it's great that they called her out about it, but how come they didn't call her out about it when it first happened? They only called her out about it when she got in the midst of this altercation between Will Smith and Chris Rock. So something huge had to happen just to call attention to something that was obviously wrong. Now, don't get me wrong, there are situations in these age gap relationships where the lady isn't gold digging, obviously. A great example is the Ball brothers, for example, Melo Ball and Jello Ball, where both of them are in a relationship with an older lady who has her own money. Plus, LeVar Ball approves of their relationship, so I'm sure they got nothing to worry about.
Nikki.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love her. This is the only one that got her own spot in Beverly Hills. Everybody thinking she a gold digger and got a youngster. No, he said these other girls I'm dealing with have no sense. Everybody talking all this stuff. She business fine. Her family like that.
Right.
Her mom talk business. They talk business and Jello about business. So this is the part I like. She had a Lamborghini Urus. She driving that, the baby seat in the back. She says it's too small. I got to get another ride. I think I'm gonna get that Cullinan.
Yeah.
Rolls Royce
Rolls
Cullinan.
Royce, yeah.
2 weeks later, she get that. Not using my son's money, using her money.
Her own money.
The woman that Mello has, Anna, like her, love her. Anna is like, everybody's stuck on that thing like, oh, she's so old, he's so young. She a woman. These other girls is pushing buttons to make these basketball players go crazy, and now they beating them and strangling them and all that, and they losing their whole career. He always played up 6 and 7 years, so he a little more older than what he is. So, of course, he's not going to pick the girlfriend type from high school. He going to try to gravitate to a woman.
If you know LeVar Ball, you know how much he cares about his sons, how much he's invested in them, and just how intelligent he is. So he would never go for anything like that. So to my fellow young successful dudes, if you find a woman like this who has things going for herself, and you can tell genuinely cares about you, and the people whose opinions you value in your life also approve of her, yeah, go ahead and do it. But otherwise, please don't be another cautionary tale. If you made it this far, I appreciate you so much for watching. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications for me. And if you want to join the 4D fam and be a part of 4D World, go ahead and join my Discord channel. And if you didn't know, your boy definitely knows how to put that shit on, so go ahead and follow my Instagram. I'm going to be dropping heat on there very...
Alright people, thank you for watching today's video, today's episode, today's clip of Sam Speaks. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. If you have any thoughts, any advice, leave it down in the comments for me. And you can go show some love to 4D Shams after you get out of this video. I love you. Thank you for watching. Continue to motivate me to do this by liking and subscribing. And it's been your boy Sam. I'm out. Peace.